Welcome to the How to Be Human podcast, presented by InnerG. Here we speak our truth and discuss anything and everything from social events to relationships and up to hot button topics. Pour yourself a drink, sit back and relax, because we're on with the show. In this episode, Team InnerG, Queen Rajah, Bobby, Jazzy, Evan, Amada, and special guest Sotea discuss a post on cheating, whether there is a difference if it's considered cheating if only done on an emotional level versus a physical affair. Some people make the argument that even if your partner is not having a physical affair, they are still in the wrong for cheating emotionally. In a romantic relationship, how do you define cheating?
So, you up first.
Yeah, there's always come down to desire. As a human being, you always have that kind of that in every one of us. I would straightly ask that question. I would not assume in here and then figure it out in here. Right? I would not judge because everybody have their own reason, and I always respect even those the person I love. I would more respect what she want to say.
The truth.
Yeah, because I know she know. The person that we love, right, that we're in a relationship with, will know that action, and I would rather allow her to speak what is in her mind and why she's doing that, and then I have to speak mine, right? And then if we come to the term that we understand each other, or we come to the term that we need to, make a decision, we move on or we continue. So, but I would not judge. I would not judge by the action or by the emotion or by the word or the behavior of that person. Yeah, I would listen to what she want to say.
That's a good answer. What was the question again?
You want the whole question or just the main point?
Yes. The whole question.
Some people think that cheating is not just physical; that it can be also emotional. What do you define as cheating?
That thing is been a problem for me. That thing. So some people didn't like it when I was just standing around with a bunch of my friends and laughing, and they thought that was cheating. So we had to take. Yeah, exactly. Other people everybody has their own definition, though. That's what it is. It's like everybody has their own definition of what it is for them and stuff. So it is important to talk about those things first. It's not the same for every person. And for myself, I don't really think it's cheating unless you're hiding it or you're keeping it secret. And that's something that me and my boyfriend pretty much agree on. We trust each other and we don't really ask each other who we've been talking to a whole lot, and I will sometimes ask, oh, who's that? If I notice it's a lady's name, but not usually, and it's hardly ever with that little connotation to it of being insecure. It's just usually genuine curiosity. So it's like, we basically say that if we think the other person would be hurt by what we are doing, if they could see, then to just not do it. Or, we talk about it with each other. I have reached out to an ex of mine recently about helping me take care of some business and whatnot, and I told my boyfriend about it after a few days because I was really nervous about how he was going to take it and everything, and I felt self-conscious and embarrassed because then I realized it was kind of needlessly repeating a pattern of talking to an ex, which I didn't realize. Well, I knew it was a pattern, but I didn't really realize, every single time I had some reason that I needed to reach out and talk to this person that I hadn't talked to in a long time. You just don't need to. So it's like, that happened again, and I let them know. And then a week or two later, an ex from high school hit me up out of nowhere, sort of out of nowhere. And then I told him about it, and I ended up having a nice conversation with that person, and it didn't go anywhere, and that's fine. I didn't really want it to. It was just cool to catch up with somebody I hadn't spoken to in a long time. And yeah, it's just like, it's up for each person and their significant other to decide what the boundaries are, and we allow each other a lot of freedom with that.
I think that it depends on, to an extent, on the commitment that you make with someone else. So, because I know certain people like have like a expectation that there will be absolutely like no like romantic type of relationship or feeling with anyone outside of the relationship, and then other people are like, oh, like yeah, we're cool with that, and then some people have like open relationships and stuff. And I'm not speaking on that, but just to say like, I think cheating is breaking your commitment, whatever your commitment or whatever your implied commitment is. Like, you might not have said like, well, I'll say this too. I think it's basically, unless you say like, oh, we can do this, the implied commitment is that you're gonna like that you're not gonna romantically seek with your actions anyone else. So like, you're not gonna call someone with some sort of intention or desire to pursue any type of like physical or emotionally romantic relations with them. You're not going to text someone with that intention. Basically, I would say that would be cheating. Like any action with the intent of cheating. It's cheating. Emotion.
I definitely think people can emotionally cheat. But again, yeah, for sure it has to deal with whatever the level of commitment you have with that person, which I think should be kind of explicit. Like, you don't know unless you know, kind of thing. So, I don't know, I've been in like relationships where I'm just hooking up with people and it's just kind of explicit that there's other people, and that's fine at that point. But if I'm like in a serious relationship and the expectation is we're in a serious relationship, then I don't entertain other people, like I don't even want to go that route, because I've been in relationships where I've cheated. I've been in relationships where I've been cheated on, and it's just messed up, it hurts people, and like I've been cheated on in a bunch of different kinds of ways, like physically, emotionally, just getting naked pictures from other women, like, and all of that to me is cheating, because they have the intent of like, like somebody else was doing that, like getting pictures, and that to me is like, the intention was there to hide it from me, to fulfill some sort of desire outside of the relationship, and then if I were to ever know about it, you'd feel embarrassed because you were hiding it, you would feel defensive, and you'd try to explain it in some kind of way. And I feel like those are really important things, tends to happen when people cheat. And I only know that because I've been in a position where I've cheated before, and in my I say more adult relationships, like I'm glad that I got that out of the way as a kid, like as a teenager, and seeing how like that could really impact somebody's like self-esteem, self-worth, like it's fucked up, that I don't even like teeter-totter around that, because I hate to make people feel like that again, and then the way that I felt. And so, yeah, but it's definitely, I think, an intention thing. One of my last serious relationships had ended, and there was an emotional cheating that happened, and then a physical thing happened right after we broke up. So it still felt like cheating, even though like they didn't do anything beforehand. So that stuff still had an impact too, because you checked out of a relationship you're still in to move into a relationship with somebody else, kind of thing. But I think a lot of that stuff can be solved with communicating, you know, and just talking it out. And like, a lot of communicating is uncomfortable, you know, like we've had conversations that are uncomfortable, but you still have to talk about them. Otherwise, like, you just walk around assuming that you understand someone else, and that's not fair to anybody, you know, especially not fair to yourself. And it's, you know, obviously it's messed up to the other person, but and I'm not perfect. I'm gonna mess up a lot. I'm paranoid and all kinds of things. So a lot of that stuff is like he doesn't have to do anything for me to think like, what the fuck, you know, like, who is that? And one, I'll either like talk about it with somebody that I really trust that can help me say like, well, Jazzy, based on what I know, like, it doesn't really make sense, or then I talk to him. So, but that's like a lot of self work that I've had to do because I've been cheated on. So a lot of like those fears come through, and I've also done cheating, so I know the signs too. So it's like, yeah, and I don't, yeah. Anyway, long answer to say, cheating is when you have the intention of giving a part of yourself, like a deep, intimate part of yourself, to another person romantically, and or to fulfill some sort of desire, like what's common.
Definitely intention as well. You know, what is your intention? What are you trying to do? But also like honesty. Like Sotea said, you know, why are you doing what you're doing? Just what your thought process is behind it. Like personally, I believe I can't control anybody. You know, you're not mine forever, right? You're gonna do what you want to do. But at least allow me the honesty, which I've been lucky to have with you, is honest conversation of what you want and really what's going on.
I meant to pick up my little sister, but I won't hear you do it.
Okay, I'll make it fast. Yo, I know, right? Well, cheating?
Well, she's off in 5 minutes. So.
Yeah, penetration. I think if there is any type of physical activity, that's a cheater.
Kissing?
Yeah.
It's not penetration, bro. Not penetration.
It is a
Fuck
cheating.
that. Don't lie.
What if they
Don't
kiss
fake them.
but no tongue? Tongue is
What if they
penetration.
kiss
I
and then they're
mean-
like,
Nah. I mean,
What if Evan kisses somebody every day on the lips?
that becomes half. But cheating, I mean, I don't know. I'm big with like definitions. Like, I mean, I guess that could be emotional for. But when I think of cheating, if I like, oh, you cheated on somebody. If somebody's like, oh yeah, I kissed this, but I'm like, oh, that's not really to me. I mean, I don't
But
know.
you're
how
curious.
it feels. Yeah.
You kiss people.
No, I didn't say.
So
Well, no, I agree with his definition.
yours.
On,
Yours.
No, when he was saying about like the agreement and stuff like that. Because even with myself, I never been in that predicament. But if someone like you kiss someone else and you have sex with someone else, to me that's two different. You know what I mean? That's
Different
a big
levels.
ass. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's a big.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, and it's a different portrayal also. But I have a warped ass. Like I'm deep weird. You know, like you can get away with a kiss. You know, I'm not gonna end our relationship or something like that. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, it depends. It depends. I mean, y'all can be triggered if you want to, but I mean, I'm saying personally for myself, I feel like love and like there's a lot of things. And then as a bisexual person, like stuff might pop off like with different things, and I would be like lost if something happened with a woman. Not saying that this will ever happen, whatever, but just for sake of this deep dive. I wouldn't think I cheated on you like that, or Not saying, we didn't have sex, but I'm not going to try to be like, oh, I just kissed you. Like, that does seem like it sucks. But in my mind, yeah, no, I didn't cheat like that.
So
But
my only question to that would be,
Just so you know, I do think that's true.
I know you do. I know everyone has their turn. I understand. I understand how everyone feels.
my
But I'm
question-
just saying, like, I mean,
My question to that would be, so if your significant other kissed somebody else, would your feeling towards them be the same? For that switch up, your trust level, would that be the same?
No, never.
Exactly. I can't say that for you.
Or the
but,
water
y'all
under the
can't
bridge
say
kind of thing.
that.
You know?
Well, it's
That's why it's called relationship.
That's true.
Because it's
true.
never gonna be the same.
Yeah, are you gonna
That's
always
true.
have that
But
doubt
hey,
in your
guess
mind?
what?
That's
We're
like-
grown ass people.
For the
What if
most
we had a
part,
threesome?
we're
He
all
wouldn't do
monogamous.
that. We
Yeah,
are
we gotta go
monogamous.
Well,
Well, like, say
monogamous
somebody
people.
had a threesome.
Take care,
Or you did, what, you kissed him?
Yeah, but that's a great
That's
fucking.
true. That's true.
That's
I don't
you all
know.
are
To me,
fucking
I mean,
there.
let me back up on the question to the people. To me, that's not the same. But, hey, that's me. Definitely.
Evan said I got it.
It's not the same, but are you the same after that?
I mean, I've never been in the predicament, but I'm thinking in my head, if I kissed the bitch, I would not want him to leave me. When you cheated on me, I'm like, it was just a get on it, dude.
What if he kissed the bitch? That's you, but what if
yeah,
he
that's
kissed?
true.
How would you?
I would not lose my legacy over a kiss.
Yeah.
Your
I know
legacy,
what you mean.
but
you
your trust.
I mean,
That's different, because that's you.
but also y'all was, well, I don't know where, I don't know where,
Relationship besides you.
this is cool because on the last conversation, on the last deep dive, we were talking about kissing and hugging, all that affection. Like, I enjoy kissing and I like affection and I like pleasure. Like, if Evan doesn't enjoy that, so I don't do it. But if he was okay with it, you never know. Like, I wouldn't be thinking, I'm not leaving. This is my man. This is my dude. This is what I want. But hey, you guys, I kiss. And it's different because I get a lot of. I mean, not say it like that. I get a lot of attention. A lot of we do that. And I'm chilling. Me and my girls, I used to get down like that.
I just
But
want to say
it's
one thing
not-
before I leave. I want to cut you clear real quick. So, in relationship, it's different when you take commitment, right? So when you stay, this is our culture. So when you stay boyfriend, girlfriend, there's a level of commitment. But when you move to husband and wife, there's another level of commitment.
That's true.
So the cheating is go beyond from as a boyfriend, girlfriend, and to become a husband and
Right.
wife.
And
That's
I've
true.
heard that
And
too.
then,
That's true.
but one thing,
Well,
when
right
you
now, y'all
decide,
boyfriend and girlfriend.
when you decide, right? When you decide to ask question, right? When you decide to ask that person a question, that is already a doubt. That's already not trust anymore. You got the point? Because you start the question, right? If Amanda is in relationship with me and she do the thing, but she's not gonna come back to me and be honest with me, open the conversation, but it take me to ask her a question, I'm already broke. I'm already lose my trust on her.
Well, yeah, if she lies.
I'm already judged. I already make something here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well,
But
that's a fear in
Well, I'll be
yourself.
that's that. That's
But
what
it's
I'm
not.
saying.
But it's also not concrete. It's not.
saying. No.
It's.
But
yeah.
I'm already something is already breaking.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
But
something
now,
is already here.
I feel like with that though too, like a lot of those, like the times where I say like I'm being paranoid or something, I think that's more a reflection on you than it is
yeah.
the person who's
Yeah.
actions. Like that's more of
But
Your pattern and your.
one thing that I want to say is
Yeah.
when I ask her the
That
question
does happen.
and she answered to me and she's been open and
Mm-hmm.
I will be. That's my choice that I decide to put it aside and move on. Like you said, I'm not gonna lose my legacy with the kids.
Mhm.
See that? So and then trust and relationship is a process.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna be the same, but it's gonna build it back.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it back, and then you moving along.
But then what happened was she said, "Yeah, I want to be with that guy."
That's
You
it.
have to
That's it.
kinda-
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's why you
But
talk.
you gotta accept it, right?
Yep.
That's the whole thing. You got to accept
Yeah.
the other person.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Thank you for listening. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when the next episode is out.